Welcome to another Verbling class. Today's class is conversation. We could talk about Greek deck talks and what's going on, what will happen. We could talk about the Toronto Pan Am Games that are underway, or anything else. If you guys are having trouble, those are the topics we could use. All right, I was just talking with Rebecca. Rebecca's in the UK right now. Raphael, live from Brazil. How are things there?
Hello, Simon. Hello, everybody. Nice to meet you. Everything's fine here. It's a very sunny day. It's a nice, enjoyable day for study.
Are the Brazilians happy over their 5 medals in the Pan Am Games?
Uh, I am not following the Pan American Games. I've just heard some news about it. I don't know I don't know exactly how the level of excitement of Brazilians about the Pan American Games. I don't know. Maybe
Okay.
I'll follow the news and I'll give an answer afterwards.
Okay. Well, as a conversation class, that's certainly something we could talk about today. Thank you, Raphael, for joining us today. We also have Carlos. Hello, Carlos.
Hello, teacher. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, thanks. Carlos, where are you from?
I'm from Spain too.
Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon too.
And how is the weather in Spain this morning?
Oh, it's so hot. Sorry about that. It's super hot.
Are you in the south of Spain?
Yes, I'm in the south of Spain. Yes.
That explains it.
It's terrible.
I can imagine. It's going up to 84 degrees here in Toronto, and I sense with humidity it's going to feel more like 90. Very hot here too.
Yeah.
All right, Carlos, thank you. Welcome. And Adela, it looks like this class is being occupied by Spaniards today. Hello, Adela.
Hey, hello, Simon.
How are you this fine afternoon?
Well, hot. I agree with my classmate. Very hot.
Yeah, I don't like the heat as much. And actually, before I start class, I need to change my air conditioning because I've got it set to cold in here. My fridge would be warmer. So let's see, let's change it to 70. There we go. I may be a Brit living in Canada, but I still prefer Fahrenheit for temperature. Everything else, I like metric. All right, and it's quieter now, too. All right, Adela, well, that's great. I know I don't like hot and sticky either, but, it's summer. We have to live with it a little while longer. Wellington, good morning, Wellington. It's still morning in Brazil. How are you?
Yes, good morning. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Are you very happy to know that your country has received 5 medals in the Pan American Games?
This is for me is it's new because I'm not following the pen because this I like sports, but my interest now is about English, to learn English, so
Well,
I spend a lot of time doing this, studying
perhaps that could be one of our conversations in English today, Wellington.
English. Yes.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Wellington. Saiban. Hello, Saiban.
Hi, teacher. How are you?
I'm good. Where are you from?
Okay, I'm from Iraq, teacher.
All right. Are you living in Iraq right now?
Actually, yeah, I'm living in Iraq. I have participated your class for many times, but I have changed my profile. But I were in United States for a while, and then I came back to Iraq. I'm live in the north part of Iraq, in
Beautiful
Kurdish.
part.
Yeah, Kurdish territory. Our territory is safe from ISIS.
I know, and it's beautiful too. I've seen the pictures of northern Iraq. Just beautiful.
Yes, teacher, I agree.
All right, Saiban. Well, thank you for joining us. So let's see. I said hi to Rebecca, Raphael. David just joined us. Hello, David.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very good. This is my one class today, and then I get to relax with my one-year-old boy. So not exactly a relaxing day. What about you? Are you going to relax?
I'm gonna pack today. It's packing day today for me.
Oh, where are you going?
I'm going to Portland, Oregon.
That's right. Well, you know what? Beautiful part of the world. Yeah, I'd love to go see Portland as well. All right,
Good.
David, thank you for joining us. And we've also got Omar. Hello, Omar.
Hello. How?
I'm good. I'm having trouble hearing you, though. I don't think your voice connection is very good.
With my so I fix it.
Yeah, I try and fix that because it's not possible to understand what you're saying. Oh, and Anna, I didn't see you sneak into class there. Welcome.
Hi, teacher. Can you hear me okay? My connection.
Yeah, it's a little rough, but we'll try and do the best we can, okay?
Okay, thank you a lot.
All right. Well, guys, this is a conversation class, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk. Now, what I like to do is I have about 2 or 3 rounds of the class. The first round, you get to speak for a minute with me. Next round, you get to speak for 2 or 3 minutes with a fellow classmate. If you don't know what to say, well, there's 2 potential topics for conversation. Greek debt talks. They're still going on, and what will happen? We don't know. Okay? Another topic is Pan-American Games. They're underway. They're going on now. So if you don't know what to talk about, we could pick one of those topics. What I have here on my phone is a timer. Just a very simple timer. And when your speaking time is up, you're going to hear this sound. And when you hear that sound, stop talking, and I'll give a quick little review, and then we'll go on to the next student. So let's see, who should go first? I'm going to go ahead and pick on Rebecca this time. So Rebecca, you can pick any topic of conversation. Now, sometimes when we start talking, we will have a bit of small talk. You can pick any of the topics I've discussed, or you can choose a different topic to speak with me. Now, again, we call this conversation. It's not a speech, so you're not supposed to speak the entire time. You're supposed to share that time with the teacher. All right?
Well, you know, we can go back to our conversation at the beginning of the class. What do you think about your trip in Europe, or about, you know, no, you, but...
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was telling Rebecca that I'm going to visit Europe next year.
Mm-hmm. And he told me he's thinking to visit London, Italy, and Germany. So I thought that is a good combination because, well, London is one of the biggest and amazing cities in Europe, and Italy is well known for being a culture place, you know, from years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it kind of ceded civilization to at least England. We weren't doing much, and the Romans came. Oh, time is up.
Okay, good. Sorry.
It's okay. The reason why it's only a minute for the first round is if you have trouble, you're not sure what to say, it's kind of a practice round. You get to hear other students. Then, next round, you'll have more time to speak.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Rebecca. We'll go to Raphael next. Raphael, good morning.
Good morning.
So you tell me you spend a lot of time learning English.
A lot of time. Unfortunately, I don't have... I let my English study aside for a while. I'm not studying as much as I wanted. I know I have to improve a lot of things, including my vocab. I believe I need to work on my vocab because it's one of my biggest flaws in the learning process.
Mm-hmm.
And I find most difficulty.
this would be a great class to help you with that.
Thank you. I hope so.
No, you're a good student, you know that, but the problem with learning anything is if you stop doing it for a while, it does become a little difficult. So what are you going to try to do to overcome that obstacle?
Reading. Unfortunately, I'm not addicted to reading, and something I need to improve a lot. Finding authors and everything.
Thank you. Well, if you like science fiction, send me a message in the group chat, and I just read a couple of books that I think would be terrific for you.
Okay, thank you. I'll do it.
Well done, though. Yeah, reading is an excellent method of learning vocabulary. And well done. Your conversation was perfect. I can't really give you any other recommendations.
Thank you.
Good morning, David, again. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine, thank you.
Excellent.
So I was just this morning talking with all the guys on the chat room, and we were talking about languages myth. And one of the myths was, is it important to know grammar to master the language? So we have a discussion over that, and it was interesting to see or to hear what people have to say about that. Some people were in favor of it, some people were against it, some people say it doesn't matter. What is your opinion on that? What is your take on that?
You said master. So if you're going to master a language, and grammar is an essential part of that, then yes, you have to know grammar. However, if you change the question and say, do you need to learn grammar to be fluent in a language, I would say no, you don't. Because just by reading, I'll finish my statement because it's important, by just reading, guys, you learn grammar passively. I went to school with a lot of students who didn't take grammar classes, but their grammar was very good because they read good books, and they automatically learned grammar. Okay, so keep that in mind. Mastering it, yes. Proficient, no. Thank you, David. Again, good job slowing down your speaking speed. Morning, Carlos.
Hi, teacher. I hope Greek are having problems for more than 1 year because they are not sure about they can in the euro stay or maybe with her own coins. If the retirement person probably are not going to earn the same money, and every person in the city, in the country, sorry, only can take off 60 euros per day. So the name is like Corralito, who was in Argentina working for a long time. So into a couple of days, the Europe Union is going to say what is going to happen in Greek for the next time.
Thank you. All right. Let me just go over a couple of words. It's not a pronunciation class. Oh, I don't care if that's spelt wrong. I'm typing it anyhow, so it won't correct. All right, so a couple of words. So the Greeks.
The Greeks.
Okay. Greece, which is the country.
Greece.
Euro.
Euro.
Which is the currency. Pension plan.
Pension plan.
Excellent. Now, the only thing I would give as feedback, Carlos, is I didn't get a chance to speak the entire minute. So it's not really a conversation. It's a good topic for conversation, but it might have been good after a little while to ask me a question or ask me what I feel is the issue there. But I think this is a great topic for conversation, Carlos.
Okay.
All right. Another thing, too, guys, you'll notice that when I start the conversation, I'll say good morning or good afternoon. I have control of the conversation because I'll say good morning, the other person will respond good morning. Then I will usually end up asking a question such as, how are you today? All right, so the person who usually starts the conversation usually has control. Sometimes, though, the other person will take control. I'm doing well, thanks. What do you think about the news? Well, they've taken a response, they've given a response, but then they've thrown a question back, right? And that's another way of doing it. What I've also done, I did this with David, I asked how he was, and I paused. I allowed there to be silence, where David then jumped in and asked me a question. There's nothing wrong with silence. It's actually better than to keep talking continuously. All right, great. Now we come to Anna.
Okay, teacher. You brought up the reading as a good way to improve our English and so on. And I am interested in knowing if you enjoy reading and if there is a book that you like more than the other books in my.
Yeah, that's terrific. That's a very, very good question. So yeah, I do love reading. I don't have a favorite book. I just keep absorbing new stuff. And lately, I've been reading two series. They're both science fiction. One is by Jasper T. Scott. The other is by Richard L. Sanders. What kind of reading do you enjoy?
I have a variety taste in books. I can read from poetry to sci-fi and even existential authors.
It's not enough time, is it? But don't worry, I'm going to give you guys more time. I just want you to see and hear. Like with Anna there, that was a great conversation, a great way to start off. And we wanted to keep going, and that's the way a conversation should be. All right, excellent. Adela. Hi, Adela.
Yes, I block my micro. Hi, Simon.
Hello.
What do you think about the pressure to the Germany against Greece?
Well, I know that if I was the rest of the European Union, I'd be gravely concerned about loaning Greece money when they don't seem to be taking any necessary steps. That's what it appears to be. Now, I know if you're Greek, this is not fun either. It's almost like you're staring into an abyss.
I think it's a problem. European Union, the Commission press a lot of Greece, but Greece need to change something because there are problems, different problems to control inside.
Thank you. Yeah, no, this is a very deep subject and a great one to have. So now we go back to the other side of the class, and Omar, I hope your microphone's working now, sir.
Yes, it's working.
Great. So what's on your mind today?
What? Again, teacher?
Sorry, you broke up there?
I can't hear you now.
Sorry, something about continue. I didn't quite catch that.
You can ask me again. I can't hear your question.
Okay, well, we've only got
What's your
about.
question?
Okay, you've only got about 20 seconds left. I was just asking you how you are. What's on your mind? Okay, so we're obviously having technical problems. We've used up almost all the time here. So I'm going to go on to Wellington now. Omar, I would see about getting in a better spot with better reception because we're just not able to communicate here. Wellington.
Yes. So, yesterday I was reading an article about ADD or ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's very interesting because we know that the majority of the parents, they don't plan to be parents, you know. Sometimes this happen, and now we work a lot every day and many hours to get things, to provide things for the children, but we don't have time to care to care them. And sometimes the parent is with I think wrong advices. They
Thank you, Wellington. But I didn't have a chance to speak other than agree and say yes. So remember, when you're having conversation with your classmates, be mindful of how much time you're talking and be sure to engage them. That's a key part of conversation. For those of you that are single, if you go on dates, it's usually better if you let the other person do most of the talking. That person always feels better about the date and that it went well. If you do most of the talking, the other person doesn't always feel that way. So it's always good to get others talking in your conversation. All right, back to Saiban. And Saiban, I'd love to hear more about northern Iraq, especially some of the beautiful mountainous roads.
Okay, teacher. Thank God that our territory is mountain territory, and thank God that it is geographically it's really nice place, and it's really important place. A lot of strong country they are fight for. I mean, to take control of our territory right now. As you know, they are using many I mean, people or terrorist group to just take control of this territory and to change, to end up what they have agreed, what they have signed 1 decade ago, a CITES-B code. And so I don't want to just waste time talking about CITES-B code.
Thank you. You've used up the time, but once again, you didn't engage me in the conversation, so it's very important. I'm going to give you guys now, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs. If we do 2 minutes apiece, that's 10. I'm just going to do 2 minutes apiece, and then we'll do 3 minutes apiece. Saiban, I really do love hearing about your part of the world. I love geography, but because I love it so much, it would be better to say, oh yes, it's beautiful, the mountains. Which parts of Iraq have you been to, or which parts are you interested in? And engage, pull me into the conversation. Okay? So I'm now going to give you guys 2 minutes to speak. Okay? So that's essentially about a minute each talk time. We'll start off with Adela and Anna. Now, Adela and Anna have been attending my conversation class for a while, so I'm sure you guys will do well. Remember, don't speak fast, add pauses, and listen to what the other person is saying. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Adela and Anna, your time starts now.
Hello, Anna.
Hi, Adela. Hi. What have you been up to?
I'm fine, and you? They are different subject topics to talk, but you have a preference for one?
No, you can kick off and it's fine for me.
What about your country? I'm interested to know. There are problems, no, with the government, strikes, maybe.
Yes, exactly. There was a scandal in a powerful oil rig company called Petrobras, and it opened a can of worms, and then people are fed up with corruption, and a lot of strikes have been happening in the whole country, and
but
people are
is the main problem is the corruption of politicians, of companies boss, CEO, etc. And
politicians. The
okay.
president, Dilma, was involved. She was in charge of something there when the Pandora's box was opened, and well, of course she denies everything, but we know that she is guilty.
I think the corruption is the problem to the a lot of, for example, countries in Spain and South America, maybe.
Wow, that was quick. Thank you, guys. So, Adela, you did a great job of asking Anna questions, and it really got Anna speaking, which is what you want in a conversation. And now, unfortunately, it didn't leave you with as much talk time, but sometimes this will happen in a conversation. Like I said, if you're on a date. Anna, good job. But be mindful, too, is if the other person is just sort of controlling the conversation, asking questions, give them an opportunity. As Anna did, or sorry, as Adela did at the end, she started talking, having the conversation. I know 2 minutes is difficult, but this is a class, and what I'm trying to teach you is the concepts and precepts. Okay, well done though, guys. Just a couple of notes. A better way to ask the question you had asked is, what would you like to talk about? It's kind of open-ended. And you said to now, and I think you meant to know. Adela. All right, great. Next up, we have Carlos and David. Are you two ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right.
Me
Go
too.
ahead, please.
Hi, Carlos.
Hi, David.
How's it going?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Can't complain. Life is good.
May I
How's
ask
life?
you something? Sorry.
How's life treating you?
Okay. Could you repeat, please?
How's life treating you?
Life is good too.
Yeah? Why is that?
Yeah, because I'm very happy with my life, with my wife, with my job. Everything is okay.
Yeah? Do you have kids?
No, we don't.
Yeah, okay.
You?
No, I'm single. So I'm
you're
even
single
happier.
too. Yeah. Oh, may I ask? May I ask you something?
Sure.
How old are you?
I'm in my 40s. How old are you?
I'm 47.
Oh, we're almost there. We're almost there. I'm almost there.
What is your profession?
What do I do for a living? I'm a teacher. Imagine that.
Oh, teacher, about what?
Yeah. I teach Spanish.
You teach Spanish. Like this is my normal language.
Your native language, Spanish?
Yes, my native language is Spanish.
Native language, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Are
So
you
you must be
trying to speak?
So you must be very good at it, huh?
Yeah, I know. Yes, I know. Are you trying to speak into another language apart from English?
French.
French too.
Yeah, French, Spanish, and probably Portuguese, but my Portuguese is kind of rusty.
Yeah, I live in the near from Portuguese, so if you was living there, you can practice. It's very close to my home.
Oh, so you are from Spain. Where in Spain?
In the south, near to Portugal.
Really? I was in Granada, in fact. Oh, time is up.
Oh, yeah, time is up.
All right, guys, thank you. Boy, I that was just one of those great conversations I just want to listen to, you know? It's just imagine you're outside somewhere, it's nice and warm, you're under the shade, you've got a nice glass cup of, insert your favorite beverage, and you're sipping, you're relaxing. Great conversation, guys. Carlos, if you could repeat after me, please. May I ask you something?
May I ask you something?
Ask.
Ask.
Better. Ask.
Ask.
Okay, good. Looks like we're all a bunch of old fogies in today's class. a bunch of us in our 40s. It doesn't happen very often.
What do you say? Speak for yourself.
You said you were 47.
Oh, you say 40s. Okay. I used to say like a foggy. Say, what is a foggy? I'm not a foggy.
Well,
Speak for
sometimes
yourself.
my head feels foggy. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Now we're going to pair Raphael with Rebecca. Are you guys ready? Well, I hope so. I'm starting the time.
Okay. Hi, Rafael. How are you today?
Hi, Rebecca. I'm fine. Thanks for asking. And you?
Well, so far I'm well, thank you. I don't know, you know, I'm from Spain. I know you are from Brazil.
Yes,
So
Brazil.
if you want to know something about my country, you can ask me if you want. I don't know if you are interested to know.
Well, recently I've traveled for a Spanish-speaking country, and I realized I don't speak any word of Spanish. My Spanish is terrible. It's awful. Do you have some tips to teach me, to tell me about the learning process, since you are a native speaker? And
I don't understand you. Can you repeat that, please? I didn't get it. Sorry.
I traveled to a Spanish-speaking country, and I realized that I don't know too much about Spanish because you're speaking too fast. So do you have some interesting tips to teach me about the learning process?
Well, you know, learning Spanish is like learning every language. You need to study and dedicate a lot of time, you know. But I know it's a difficult language. If I had to learn Spanish, I'm not sure if I could do it, you know, because I'm learning English now and I can compare. Sorry. Oh, sorry.
No, time is not up. That was just an email coming through.
I see. I understand. This is a complicated process, and
I thought it was finished our time. Yeah. Yeah. So the best way is just dedicate time, you know, watching
I understand that.
read books. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, now time is up. Now, unfortunately, to keep the sound going, I have a silencer here, but that also affects other things. So if I turn that off, I don't have the timer. So I apologize if other emails do come through or if somebody calls me, but rest assured that I will disable those and I won't pay attention to it. So a couple of points of feedback. Now, Rebecca, your English is very good. You're good at carrying a conversation, but relax. Don't worry about having to carry the entire conversation. People aren't going to look at you like this and not respond.
Yeah, I tried, sorry, you know, but then I couldn't know the way to go back, you know, to asking a question. Sorry.
Okay. So let me try something with you. I'm going to take about 20 seconds, okay? And I want you to just listen to how I talk to you. Hi, Rebecca.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
Good. So what's been going on lately?
Well, nothing. I'm just preparing my way to go back to Spain, and I just can't think about that.
Perfect. Now you see there, I just asked very short questions, open-ended questions.
Yeah.
And you filled it in, and that's what I want you to do. And I know what it is because I've done the same before. You're trying to make sure that the conversation doesn't die out, and we all intuitively are working towards that. We don't want this.
Yeah, thank you. So good advice. Yes.
Dead space. Okay. So.
Yeah.
Just
relaxing.
Relax.
Yeah, I think I need to take more time for speaking. Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. All right, Wellington and Saiban, you have 2 minutes, guys. Go ahead.
Hi, Wellington.
Hi, how are you, Saiban?
Good, thanks. I think you are from Brazil, aren't you?
Yes. I am from Brazil. I live in São Paulo. So,
Okay.
yes, in South America. And you is Iraq, right?
Yeah, it's Iraq, the piece of hell on the earth. Anyway, how's the weather in the Brazil right now? In São Paulo?
São Paulo is a little cold, but it's good today. Today the sun is in the sky, so it's good to walk, to run. And do you live in Iraq or in other country?
I'm live in Iraq, but I live northern in Iraq, so we are, I mean, safe from ISIS. So the weather here, it's today we were lucky. I mean, or better to say, we are lucky. We still lucky because the weather was just 38, 38 Celsius. So it was a really nice day to just go out and walking with, I mean, without carrying an umbrella or keeping yourself, I mean, protecting yourself from sunshine.
Good. One question, Simon, because I think it's important about the water. Do you the people is provide with a lot of water or is hair? Is a problem in Iraq?
Yeah, it's problem about what? I didn't I didn't get quite your question. Can you just repeat it, please?
The water.
Sorry.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm really sorry.
No problem.
So what's really good about this conversation, I want you guys, I hope you noticed this, but when Saiban spoke, he spoke with emotion. You could hear happiness in his voice, you could hear friendliness and openness, and that's very good for a conversation. Wellington, when he was talking, he sounded very interesting and inquisitive. He wanted to know more. Another conversation earlier that was very similar was Carlos and David. They sounded like old friends. You'll notice that in class, sorry, I've got a bad back, guys, that's why I'm slouching. You'll notice in class I give a lot of advice, and maybe it's too much to take in. I'm not asking you guys to pay attention to everything I say, just focus on a couple of things and work on those. But for those of you that are more advanced speakers, watch your emotion. Because if you're smiling, it's like when you're talking on the phone, if you're smiling, that carries through to the other side. So just keep in mind, if you're angry and upset at somebody and you're in a conversation, that anger could carry through into the conversation. An emotion plays a huge part on how successful you are at engaging in conversation and maintaining it. All right, last we have Omar. Omar, we had connection problems before. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Not really. It still seems like it's breaking up, Omar.
I think my sound mistake. I don't know.
Yeah, like I don't. If you can hear me, that's great. But it's when I'm talking to you, it's like this.
Yes, I can hear you.
You can or you can't hear me?
You can. I can.
Can anybody else hear Omar clearly, or is everybody else having the same problem that I am?
The same problem.
No, the
same problem.
Yes.
Omar, I hate to do this, but I can't have a conversation with you if I can't hear you clearly. I was hoping that one of the other students, for some reason, could have a good connection, and then they could have a conversation with you. But it's not going to benefit us if I keep asking you to repeat what you say, because it's very difficult. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to skip your turn, although I apologize for doing so. We've got 20 minutes left, guys. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs. 4 3s are 12. So I want to give you guys 3 minutes now. Okay? That might still allow us to do a 1 minute round up with a teacher. And I tell you what, I promise you this. After we do 3 minutes with each student, I'll then do 1 minute with each of you. If I have to go over, I will. But in order to get started, I'm going to set my timer now so that way we don't go over very much, because some of you may have another appointment or class. So Adela and Carlos, you guys have got 3 minutes. Try to take into account one. Oh, Anna's back, so we'll go back to Adela and Anna.
Okay.
Try to think of some of the things we talked about in today's class, and let's see how you guys do. So Anna and Adela, you guys have got 3 minutes.
Sorry?
Okay, Adela.
Carlos, too, or no? It's only for
Okay. Tell you what, I'll give you 4 minutes if you want to have a three-way conversation.
For 3 persons, no?
Ah, okay.
Do you want to try it?
Okay. Yes.
Hi guys. Hi guys. Hi guys.
Anna,
Yes.
you can follow the conversation. And Carlos, do you like to talk about, for example, a problem we have, the corruption?
Yes, why not?
Okay. Anna say the problem in Brazil is the corruption, no? Mainly.
It could be a problem with the corruption in Brazil. Could be.
Anna.
No, I think
Okay.
Anna is having problems. No.
Carlos, hold on a minute.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm having problems with my connection.
Okay, we try
So
to.
are you guys interested in my country?
In Spain is same. I think yes, no, Carlos, because bribery is the normal in the past, and today there are a lot of people in jail, no?
Yes, there are a lot.
Maybe.
Actually, well, guys, at least in Spain, corruption has people. Oh, here in Brazil, they don't go. We have a slogan here. Everything ends in pizza. Have you, Carlos and Adela?
In Spain, that this problem, I think, can be have solution if they return the money, but we don't have the money, no, Carlos? They don't pay. They go to the jail, but they don't pay.
They don't pay. I think this there is not a good solution. That is what happens at the moment.
Yes, but the money is disappear. Is in Valencia, for example, they spend a lot, and we have a debt. It's insupportable. But
what was the name of the person who steal the money?
no, a lot of people, because they are 3, 4, or 5 process in this moment. I think the president of etc.
Did you know that, Anna?
Okay, sorry, I'm getting. Oh, sorry. Good job. We got a minute left. Go ahead, please.
Did you know that, Anna?
Sorry. Yes, but I'm sorry, my connection is awful. I cannot participate in this conversation.
Okay, don't worry about that, Anna.
But Carlos, in Andalusia there are problems too, because is every party, no? Because in my
I think so. I think
yes,
so.
maybe
I'm not totally sure.
It's a virus.
It's something like a virus. Yes, could be.
Yeah.
But I'm not totally sure because I don't have so much time to watch the news. But it's a common conversation.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, guys. All right, so a little challenging because Anna had connection problems. It's too bad because I think it was starting to work with you three at once, but as you can see, the tough thing is if you've got three people, you need to be careful to make sure each person has a chance to participate. All right, so next we have David and Raphael. Now, would you guys like to try a three-way conversation or just do a two-way?
Let's try a three-way, so let's see how it works.
All right. Rebecca, would you like to join Raphael and David?
Yeah, I can try, yes.
Okay, so I'll give you guys 4 minutes then, starting now.
So we have, hi Rebecca and Raphael.
Hello, how are you?
I'm
Hello.
fine. Good, so anybody wants to bring a topic for conversation?
Football?
No? Soccer? You want to talk about soccer,
Well,
Rebecca?
I think you are living in the States, and there people called soccer. We call it football in Spain.
Right, and everywhere else I think it's football. Just in the U.S. we say soccer. So you want to talk about that? What do you want to talk about, Rebecca?
Yeah, because today is a very sad day for me. My team is Real Madrid, well known around the world, and one of the best how do you call the person who take care of the
coach?
No, to avoid the goals. I don't know the name.
Oh, the goalkeeper.
Yes, goalkeeper Iker Casillas. He just had to leave the team. I don't know if you don't know that.
Rafael, you know anything about that?
Yes, I've heard something on internet about this. How long have you been playing on Real Madrid?
Sorry, say again, please.
How long has he been playing for Real Madrid?
All his life. He started there when he was a child. I think when he was 11 or something like that. So the thing is, the president Florentino Perez doesn't like him. That is the gossip, and he did the possible thing to take him out.
Mm-hmm. Rafael, do you like soccer?
A little bit. Since I live in Brazil, so it's kind of difficult not to talk about soccer because.
Yeah, you're right.
But do you like to play soccer?
No, just on video game, just on PlayStation.
I don't like soccer. I mean, I don't like to play soccer, but I like to watch the World Cup. The big events, because we have the cream of the crop. But to play soccer is kind of boring for me. I prefer like basketball or tennis, something more intense. What about you, Rafael?
Actually, I used to play American football a few years ago.
American football in Brazil?
Yes, on the beach. It's very popular here. It's becoming quite popular. Yeah.
Really?
Also rugby. Yes.
Rugby. You guys are tough. What about you, Rebecca? What do you like to practice? What do you like to play?
Well, when I was at the school, I used to play football, but right now I don't play football. Just I like to watch it,
But do you play any sports? Any other sports like a volleyball or maybe golf or something?
I love doing exercise, but no an sport. For example, I'm going for a run every day, or I'm going with my bike, or I'm swimming. I say I like doing exercise, but just on my own.
I see. Rafael, and you?
Lately, I've just going jogging and do some activities. I'm planning to buy a bicycle to go some cycling, but it's just plans, nothing special.
Okay, time is up.
Yes.
Well, almost, but we'll give up the 6 seconds. David, you can tell that you're a teacher. Sorry, you can tell I can't speak right now. That's what happens when you get old. David, good job of facilitating. You did a good job of making sure everybody had a fair amount of talk time. Well done. Well, guys, that was a mistake. I didn't plan on us having a three-way conversation, but it just kind of naturally happened. And I'll keep that as an option for future. It's harder to do it, but I think harder to do it in this kind of environment, but I think it can really create some unique conversations, and I'd like that. So next we have Wellington and Saiban. Now, guys, you can have a three-way conversation if you want me in your conversation. What would you like? Just a two-way or three-way?
Two-way, please.
Okay.
If Wellington won.
Well, let's do a two-way then. So you guys have 3 minutes. Let me change the timer. All right. So go ahead, guys.
I don't know what he chose.
Two-way. Just you two.
Just yeah.
Okay. So Saiban, we can come back to the question.
Yeah. What was your question? I didn't quite get your question.
I am interested about the water, the water in Iraq. Do you have a problem with this?
Yeah. Okay. The weather in Iraq is quite different from area to area. So the if we talk in terms of geographical, we have in Iraq a desert. Water. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so water. We have two great river, and it's cross from. I mean, one of them comes from Syria, and the other come from Turkey, and they reach in Iraq. And it crossed the whole Iraq, and it really helped Iraq to don't be because Iraq, the south part of Iraq is desert, so it helps Iraq. Yeah. Yes.
But the quantity of the water, the system get provided all the Iraqians, or do you have problems with the water? Because we know, like you said, Iraq, great part is desert. So I think because this, do you have problems with the water? But I don't know much about this, because this I am asking to you.
Okay, yes. So as I told you that the south part of Iraq it's desert, but because of two rivers, it safe Iraq. To be ready. To don't have a water. So Iraq has a water because it's safe because of this two river. And the northern part of Iraq, it is a mountain area, so it rains. We have a winter, so during winter it rains a lot, and we save this water in a dam, so it helps. We built a lot of dam. One of the famous dam is Dukan, Mosul, so it helped us actually.
Okay, good. Okay. Well, thank you, Simon.
Thank you, Wellington.
You're muted, Simon.
Who did that? Who muted me? All right, so now we have about a minute each. I just want to go through the class and see your thoughts. Wellington, how did you feel about today's class?
For me, it's good. I think it's always a challenge, like I wrote to you in other times. When we face different issues, different subjects, I think for me, for example, are challenges, and I like because this puts us to think.
Well, and also too, when you're having a conversation, don't think of what you should talk about. Just think of starting with things that you enjoy talking about, and who knows, maybe the other person will like that too. Yeah. Right, so always good to think about that. All right.
Classes are good.
Yeah, no, good job, and well done today. Next, Saiban. What did you think about today's class? Did you like it?
Yeah, it's really organized class. What I have just realized from other class is, I mean, it's different, and I mean, it's really you give a chance for everybody to participate, and this is very good. So nobody will, I mean, over the time, I mean, will not, I mean, speak too much. So it's really good class. I really like it.
Okay, terrific. Well, I have a few more classes this week. Not a lot because I have company flying in, but if you can, the one I have tomorrow is very, very good. It's a conversation class like today, but I spend about 10 or 15 minutes talking about project management vocabulary related to the business. So that's tomorrow. Thank you, Saivan.
Thank you, teacher.
Rebecca, what were your thoughts about today's class?
Well, I agree with him. You know, everyone has the chance to speak at the same time, and that is good. I know I don't want to say other classes are worse, but you know, in this class, I feel like I'm using the time in a good way. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really getting in the class. Even other pupils are talking, you know, and I'm focused on the class. So I like the way you are teaching us. Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, you guys are paying good money for this, and I respect and understand that, so it's important for me to give you guys value. From my point of view, you're my bosses, not Verbling. Thank you very much. All right, Raphael, your thoughts on today's class?
There's nothing to complain about the fairness and the equal amount of time we have we are allowed to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's just a little bit too difficult to think right on time on the subject to speak, because when the time is running and we have, I don't know, 1 minute to talk, and sometimes it's hard to find the right words to say. But it's just a comment.
Well,
it prejudices a little bit how natural the conversation goes through, but it's necessary.
It will, and the only thing I can offer as a suggestion to you guys is get a private class, and maybe what you do is you get 1 or 2 classmates that you guys get along with, and you share a session. I don't care whether you book a private class and it's just you, or if you want to invite a few friends, then we can have a group discussion. And it also costs you a lot less too, right? Because you can buy a token and have a discussion, or you could share it with Anna, for example, and then she buys 1 token and shares it with you, and that way it's not costing as much, okay? So you guys, if you're interested in doing that, use the group chat and try and get a hold of each other. As a teacher, I have no problem with that. Thank you, Raphael, for your comments. David, your comments.
Oh, well, I think I like the pointers that you give us after the mini conversation that we have. But I think what's even more important about this class is that you also let us know about the dynamics of communication and culture. When I go to the community chat rooms, sometimes we have a problem with communication, not because of the language itself, but it's because of the dynamics. It's different from different culture to different cultures. Some guys, you know, they want talk. I say, okay, can we stop here a minute and just go to the other person? You know, and sometimes they feel that it's kind of rude to do that, but we have to do that because we don't want to have a monologue like the one I'm doing right now, but more like a dialogue. And I like the way that, you know, you have to also say, you know, in this part of the world, that's how we operate.
Yeah, and different cultures are slightly different, but the great thing about those community rooms, if you don't like how they're doing it, say, hey, you know what, guys, I'm going to set up my own community. Who wants to join me? And then you can use your protocols. So, good point. Good point. Carlos, what are your thoughts on today's class?
It's really good. It's one of the best conversation class I've been, because you have the opportunity to share your point of view of one topic with another person. But for me, in my opinion, into a website like that, for 3 people is so much. For
It
two,
is.
for two is good, but for three it could be a little difficult because you can see the face of the other person. And for me, it's very important when you are talking with any person, you must to see their face.
Well, remember, I gave you guys the choice. I didn't pick three, right? So maybe next time you say, no, it doesn't work. All right. Thank you very much, Carlos.
Okay.
And Keiko, I don't really know if there's much feedback for you to provide because you came in late and you haven't had a chance to speak, but I'll give you a minute. What did you think of today's class?
Hi, teacher. Hi, everybody. I joined late to the class, teacher.
Very late.
Additionally, I had problems with my connection, but I could hear very well the talks of the people, and I really liked the conversations, the dynamics that you adopted. I could see that people participated very much. They interacted among them and with you. I really liked the class.
Terrific.
And I would like to take part in other classes like this.
Sorry, your time's up. So what I would suggest then, Keiko, is show up on time because it's very hard to bring somebody into the conversation when you've joined in the last 15 minutes, okay? So definitely join us on time and we'll make sure you get an equal and fair amount of talk time because I like the input that you provide into the conversation. Anna.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Thank you. Anna, your thoughts, even though I know you had connection problems.
As usual, I really loved your class very much, teacher. You know that I look up to you, and
thank you.
And well, learning English is very important for me, and you are very fair. And what else can I say? Great as usual.
Yeah, terrific.
Thank you.
And I'm not sure why you're having connection problems, so I just want to take this as an opportunity to give you guys some best practices for having the class. The closer you sit to your Wi-Fi router, the better the signal will be. If you're close to microwaves, they will cause disruption. So when you're having class, tell people don't use microwaves. If other people are using the internet in the house when you're having class, that will also affect it. Okay? These are a couple of things. And it also depends on how you set up your router. I don't know about this too much, but I know if you set it up certain ways, it can be inefficient. So maybe have an expert look at it, a friend of the family, and make sure it's set up for maximum efficiency. For audio, it takes Wellington, take care. It takes very little bandwidth to allow voice to travel. Okay? Adela, last up, your thoughts.
For me, it's important the class because I improve my skills conversation. I thought about the possibility the 3 people, but you as a moderator, and a controversial time, and 1 minute is a debate, same a debate. It's more or less today 3 people, but a little controlled.
I used to offer a debate class, and I would like to do that again. The problem with debate is everyone needs to be aware of the rules and what a debate is, so there's a lot of talking on my part at the beginning of class. But, you know, I will bring that up, and if everyone's interested, then what I could do one week is try a debate class and see if you guys really like it, and then that could be a new thing I could do. I appreciate your feedback, guys, because as you can see over the last year, based on your feedback, I've changed the classes I've offered. I've also changed the format of these classes to be mostly conversation-based, because that's what you've told me you need the most.
is sometimes we can topic in this moment. We don't think any but the pressure to the time. Maybe we have a list or something.
I can't change that. Well, see, here's the thing. You're all adults, and you come to this class knowing it's a conversation class. So if you're not sure what to talk about, well, come to class with ideas. Right? Don't put the onus on the teacher. You know better what you want to talk about. Take a quick look at the newspaper. Thanks, Raphael. Take care. Yeah, guys, if you've got to go, go. I'm just spending a few extra minutes. But yeah, look at the newspaper. Come to class with some ideas. Right? Okay. I'm your teacher. I'm here to facilitate and help you with tips and techniques as I can. But as far as what to talk about, I can't teach you what to talk about. Only you can.
Yes. Okay, Simon. I write you an idea.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to go and enjoy my weekend now. I got to do some shopping. Thanks so much. Look, I come to this class because I enjoy it. I teach it because I enjoy it. So thanks so much, guys. I had a good morning with you.
Thank you so much, teacher.
For your time.
Appreciate it.